so long till they don't know the birth record. So they just say from remotest antiquity, this is the house that God used to manifest his wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and power in and through. Where is he now? Wherever he want to be. I'm not going to say I know where he is, but I'm glad his power is everywhere. I think I know where he is. I don't want to say because I could be wrong, but he's wherever he wishes to be. Are we to pray and worship Master Farad Muhammad? You don't worship the flesh of any man, because the flesh is going to die. But in that flesh is a wisdom and a power superior to any human being on the earth. So when we look to Allah in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, we look to him. And when he ain't no longer here, the power is going to be here. Honorable Elijah Muhammad said he would live a minimum of 400 years, but 400 years ain't no time. He'll be gone. But before he goes, the foundation of what he lays will never be erased from the planet. That's a God. He prays. He prays. He don't pray to himself. You don't say, surely I have turned myself to me. Who does he pray to? He prays in remembrance of him who originated that which he came in. He came in this body. You can't ignore him who originated this. Anyway, it's deep. Ruler. And whether you like it or not, the new ruler is black. He have hair like lamb's wool, and he has feet like burnished brass. And if y'all can't take a black leader, then you might as well get off the planet.
Assalamu alaikum, sisters and brothers. What you just heard there? You're right, it's deep. Deep shit. Because you take a step further. Listen, get about, keep telling you, Master Muhammad, son of man, but then he gives you a description. That's not a description of Master Muhammad. I mean, how dumb can you be? So let's go back to the other thing. That Elijah Muhammad spent his whole life after meeting Master Muhammad. The one must make clear to us that God is a man, period. So it can't be anything other than man. He makes it very clear. It can't be anything other than man. Right? So if you make anything other than man, it's less than a man. So it's not spook spirit. That's clear. He made that very crystal clear. There was no confusion on that point. I'm going to take a step further. He goes further than the Christians. Because Christians say, well, God spoke of spirit. He goes further. God is just a goddamn memory. It's a memory. And Master Muhammad, he's supposed to be a God, but he prays to a memory. A memory. I mean, the Christians knew better than that. At least they said a spirit that could do something, but what can a memory do for you? What can a memory do for you? And God is praying to a memory. So that got me. If you're that damn stupid, remember, he may say Master Muhammad is a fool. Only a fool would pray to a memory. You'd be better off praying to a dog. A memory. Now tell me wrong. That what interpretation is that? Pray to a memory. I mean, you know, that's deeper than anything any religion ever taught. Pray to a memory. In remembrance of something. So Master Muhammad takes his time, this precious time, to pray to a memory that doesn't exist, only in his mind. That has no action, can do anything, do nothing. Yes. And only when it's in your mind, so I got to tell you about it. If I told you about it, wouldn't even know, you wouldn't know anything about it. That's what he just said. And then this thing about Master Muhammad, I don't know why they keep saying that. Keep telling you Master Muhammad is the Son of Man is they tell you he's the Son of Man, and they give a description. The scriptures give a definitive description of the Son of Man. That's not Master Muhammad. See, there's a reason for this. I'm gonna move on. Let's move on. Just read about this confusion. Move on, brothers and sisters.
The ruler. And whether you like it or not, the new ruler is black. He have hair like lamb's wool, and he has feet like burnished brass. And if y'all can't take a black leader, then you might as well get off the planet.
There it is. And that's what scriptures say right there. There's the scriptures. Scriptures back up on that point. So who's Son of Man then? They say Master Muhammad's going to get Jericho and suntan. He spent all this last Sunday that fool Daniel trying to prove to you that Master Muhammad is the God, that he was wrong at every point. But for years, they talked about the originator. Now it's also all of a sudden it's Master Muhammad. Then he's the Son of Man, come from the east and to the west, and yeah, but they give a definitive description, and that's not him. So what do you make of it? Go on, brothers and sisters. And that was sure when the took and say, well, but they wouldn't want you to think Son of Man is black, so there's no corruption with that was misquoting the scripture or something. Brothers and sisters.
Beloved brothers and sisters, one of the greatest practices in all the religions is prayer. The form and style of prayer varies from faith to faith, but prayer is universal. There is no religious community that does not pray. No prophet of God that did not pray. Abraham prayed, Noah prayed, Moses prayed, David prayed, Joseph prayed, Jesus prayed, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, prayed. Master Fard Muhammad prays.
There you have it, brothers and sisters. Master Farad Muhammad prays. That's Farrakhan spokesman. He didn't say we pray too, so I guess he lost that memory. Because you don't remember. That's out there, brothers and sisters. We'll talk about that in a little more detail in a minute.
I believe that America can be beautiful. How can America be made beautiful? Now, family, listen. My brother Imam Wadafuddin and I have had disagreement. But his followers and mine have never given each other as much as a bloody nose. Because in spite of our differences, there's a deep love in us. We don't like the things about our nation that is not good, but I don't want to live anywhere else. I want America to be made right. I don't want to see America go the way of Rome and Babylon and Sodom and Gomorrah. But why won't she go that way? If the men of religion and the women of religion keep silent.
Again, brothers and sisters, that's Farrakhan talking. Muhammad prays, can't worship because he's flesh. Remember now, he says he can't work because he's flesh. That means the originator, the memory originator, well, memories don't have flesh, do they? But if it did, it didn't have flesh. But you can't worship anything that have flesh. So he's telling you again, you got to worship mystery God, spirit or spook. Remember that. He says, what you worship cannot be flesh. Elijah Muhammad made that was his bottom line. He had several bottom line statements, foundation statements, right? God's a man, right? Devils are devils. White Caucasian, right? Males, white Caucasian, devils. And that we separate and leave here. That's his foundation message. Foundation message. Foundation. Those three things. He's against all of it. You know what he said? Our nation. Wait a minute, hold on. I thought you was representing the nation of Islam. See, he slipped. He don't want to leave. But that's like Elijah Muhammad said, we're fools who want to stay here. We got him saying it. He says, see, he's totally against everything. I don't care all the stuff he's talking about. He's against Elijah Muhammad's message because his core message is God's a man, who the devils are, and we're going home, and who we are. That also. Core message. Core message. That's his foundation message. He's saying that foundation. He said foundation don't mean nothing. But ain't no man. Well, Master Muhammad's a God, but if he prayed, well, he's not a God. Then if he prayed to someone else, what's he pray? What you call he prayed to? If he's the God, what you call he prays to? What you call that thing? Originator? but he can't be flesh. And like Muhammad said, God's a man, period. Flesh and blood. And also, if you look in the Bible, you look at Hebrews about Melchizedek. So he's a man. It says it clearly. Melchizedek is a man. It says that the word they use is a man. Not a spirit spoke. He says he's a man. It's right there in the Bible. Look at Hebrews 7, I believe it is. Take my word for it. So he's against that. He's against destruction of America. He's against the fact that devils. He's against the fact that the original people return home. He's against all of that. Yet he claims he represents Elijah Muhammad. Our nation. Because America is his nation. Because the demon, he's one of them. He doesn't represent you. He represents them. That's what he's representing them right now. See how you feel? I don't want nothing happen to us. I like America. I love it here. You see? He's representing them, not you. He's living off of you. He's a multi-millionaire. He hasn't produced a damn thing in 40-some years except money in his pocket that you put there. Mansion that you gave him. Special clothes you gave him. Big rings of fake you gave him. Now let's see how he thinks about you. See how much he loved Master that done those things to the original people for hundreds of years. Rape, murder, genocide, burning, crucifying, raping, gay debate, raping our little girls. You see, they don't have no restrictions now when they have a law, like so-called against it. But back then, they was raping the babies. Not just the boys, but the girls too. Sick people, and you got to fish them up with them? Move on. And let's see how he feels about you. That's doing all these things for him. The people that did all these things to us, he had them a compassion and love for them. See, he has smiles on his face. He don't want nothing to happen. And he's so, he wants to help. And you know, anything happened to Master, and he went like stay in Master's house. That's what he's saying. Let's see how you feel about you. First, before I do that, let's get a little background here, a little biology. Explains a few things. This is the biological explanation of what he's saying, why he's saying what he's saying. Because that's the father. See, you don't see the resemblance there? That's the father. The father's a white Caucasian. It even says that if you Google it. He's white Caucasian means the devil. That makes him the seed of a devil, which means he's a devil too at black face. That's biology. That's not some of your bad understanding of the Quran, 1,500-year understanding of things. That's biology. And there's nobody, when they look down to this microscope, they don't see no God waving back up saying, hey, I got this. DNA, period. You put an orange seed in the ground, you'll get orange, not get an apple. You get what you put the seed is. The egg is living material, it's not alive. But the sperm is alive, he started as a sperm. So he's what his father is. He's not Abraham's seed, so he would despise the covenant because the covenant is against him. The covenant is against him and his people. Because he doesn't get the reward of because the covenant is to Abraham's seed. He's not Abraham's seed. So how would you think? I mean, put yourself in that situation where you was really light, you was passing as white, and you suddenly found yourself in charge of the KKK. Whoa. And they think you one of them. You ain't one of them, you want to destroy them. But you can't say it because they knew who you were. They was shut it down, right? So one of the first things you say, let's don't call niggas no more. But that one thing you say, don't call, let's call them color folks, because we're gonna be, see, we're gonna take and try to be polite. They're niggas, but we don't call them niggas no more. We're gonna hug and kiss on them so we can fool them. See, that's that bullshit they come with it. Moses traveling, searching knowledge, trying to say, oh, Farrakhan doing this crazy stuff, but he's doing it because you don't understand, because you got to read. I knew it was coming with that one sooner or later. You got to read about Moses traveling, searching knowledge. So in other words, he was doing these things that didn't make any sense. But it made sense. But God told him to do it. So that's what Farrakhan said. Because now I'm busting his ass. Well, yeah, I'm doing those things because you got to be Moses, Travis, Church knowledge. Because God tells me those things, you'll understand it because it's deeper than you can understand. That's why it's deep. Let me say it tomorrow. It's deep about God being not being a man. That's what I knew it was going to be a fallback position. Oh, well, Moses, Travis, Church knowledge. So, yeah, he's doing those things, but it looks like it's wrong, but it's right because God's telling him to do it. Because it's got a deeper meaning to it. Okay, go for that if you want. Okay? But if you got charged, what would you do? You would do that, right? You'd be friendly with niggas because you want to make them think, hey, don't worry, I'm friendly with these niggas because make them think, get them off guard. See? And other white guys say, hey, man, why you kiss that nigga? Why you kiss that nigga? Oh, man, I'm just getting them off guard. See? Because they ain't going to see us coming. See, Farrakhan kissing on devils and carrying on. Let's bring some of the KKK. They won't call us a race organization anymore. See? And we get money, grants, and the niggas never going to see us coming now. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what I'm going to do it. You see? Let's move on, brothers and sisters.
When the Muslims were alive, I'll say it again. When the Muslims were alive, you dead as hell now on both sides.
Yes, sir, brother. Yes, we are. Yes, sir. That's real, brother.
Wake us up, dear Apostle.
When we was alive, we set up schools.
That's right.
When we were alive, we had supermarkets.
That's right.
We owned buildings. We owned farmland. We were busy doing something, hiring our people. Well, I'm telling the Muslims, damn it, if you don't come alive, you will die like you are. And I will say, thank you, Allah, because if they're not doing nothing on top of the earth, let the worms eat their ass.
Oh, let the worms eat their ass. I pray out loud. Let the worms eat their ass. For the Muslims, both sides, male and female. Let the worms eat their ass. What did you say, Farrakhan? You say anything to you? They ain't give you enough. But you say stole you, they beat you, right? No. That's what the master, your daddy, your people did to us. But you said we did anything to you. They didn't give you enough. Enough mansions, no special suits, no jewelry, enough money, multi-millionaire. Doesn't have a business, haven't produced anything. Understand, brother, sister? Look at the anger. Why so angry at you? And the reason why you don't have those things, because when the Muslim was alive, he neglected to tell you that he's the one that stopped from being alive. He's the one that killed you. Him and Wallace. I was present. Don't tell me I was there. They got rid of Nation of Islam and shut it down totally. Shut it down. Burned up all of Messer's writings and everything. Burned it all up. I was there. I was able to rescue some of the stuff. Everything was getting rid of it. He didn't waste no time. Wallace wasted no time. Denouncing the messenger, denouncing the master of Muhammad. There's not been any God. Elijah Muhammad not been a messenger. He said, Prophet Muhammad's last messenger. That's what happened. And tell him lying, Farrakhan, sue me. Tell him lying. Because you know it's the truth. We got a problem. See how much anger he got for you? Why God was so angry? Because you ain't doing enough for him. So he just forgot to tell you, right? He's the one that killed Nation of Islam. And the reason why They had those things when Elijah was around. He's why they had those things, because Elijah took the money and stuff that we gave him and invested it back into us. He keep that money, put money in his pocket. He left here. He didn't leave here with any money. He left all his assets in the name of the Nation of Islam, which they went to court and convinced the judge that no, that money belonged to Elijah Muhammad, because he wanted to do all this and rob the believers, rob the nation of everything. Farrakhan robbed the nation of everything. That's why he's cursed with a curse, cancer. Robbed the nation of everything. He did. I was there. So Elijah Muhammad invested, so he invested, had banks, had stores, had grocery stores, had restaurants, had residential housing, residential complex. I lived in it. Had jobs. I financed my car through Nations Bank. I was a foreman of Muhammad Speak newspaper, night foreman. I lived in the Nations complex. Very little. I shopped at the Nation store. Had almost no contact with the devils whatsoever. Until Farrakhan came along, got rid of all of it. And see how much he got for you? How much? He's praying to Allah. Praying to Allah. He ain't praying to Allah. Say, Allah, would you help him? Can you straighten him out? Can we get the thing? No. He cursing you. He cursing you. He said, I pray Allah words to eat your ass. He's not praying for repentance, but he wants to reform the devils, make them better. He want to make America better. He want to make you better. He want to make you better. He want to burn your ass up. I pray the worms eat your ass. Pray Allah, worms eat your ass. Come on, brothers and sisters. Much anger, too. Oh, look at the anger.
$5,000. Cash payment to anyone who can prove that what lying son of a devil Farrakhan is preaching is consistent with the lessons, supreme wisdom, of Master Fard Muhammad Elijah Muhammad's representation of his teacher Master Fard's teachings.
Hey, brothers and sisters, let's get into it. Again, Sulman Rahim here. Mention a covenant, break of 7 seals. We're going to talk about what's happening now and why. Some background information. Winter collides with firestorm collides with winter blast. Firestorm collides with winter blast. What happens? The firestorm collides with winter blast. Winter blast is hail, snow. What happens? It collides with firestorm. What happens to it? It's a firestorm. Come on, brothers and sisters. Okay, get to my main subject here, brothers and sisters. Here, he talked to his disciples, right? Then Jesus said unto his disciples, it's really Joshua. Said unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself, take up his cross and follow me. That's followers. For whomsoever will save his life shall lose it. Whomsoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. That's a very important verse right there. That's the crux of the matter right now. This verse right here is what's driving what's about to happen. Let me explain. Oh, no, oops. Explain, brothers and sisters. Trying to explain this for 35 years. No one ever gets it. It's unfortunate. Okay. Now, wait a minute. That's here. Now, see, I've been telling people that it's a battlefield, my war. That's what scriptures are. The scriptures are your mind. It's the mind you need. Your mind changes. Your mind just gives data to your brain. Your brain does calculation. The brain will calculate this based on what, you don't do logical calculations unless you stored it, right? But it's going to make calculations based on the information it gives it. If you get bad information, you're going to make bad decisions. So the scriptures are your mind, the mind you need for that period of time. And you try to explain on something here, they're all wrong. They write the scriptures, but they don't just tell you what's happening. You got to read scriptures because it tells you a certain kind of way, because trying to get the mind you need is give you instruction and everything for that season. So the Quran gave you how to conduct yourself through a certain season. Now you think the angel is supposed to submit to Adam forever? See, that's for that season. They didn't do it before that. But see, you tell people, oh, no, it's forever. Oh, that means angels will always be in submission to Adam, and I would always be reigning forever. And so make men shed blood. So we're going to live in a reality of men shed blood forever, and then you just submit to it. That's hell. See, if you add stuff together, it's right there, it's right in front of your face. That tells you right there, the Quran is not forever. Because it's talking about Adam's rule. So it's covers the period of Adam's rule. That's what it covers, the period of Adam's rule, up to a point. It is. See? So the thing is, that it tells you that Injil, Daniel, those books are the mind you need moving to the hereafter. But they're sealed. So it says once they're unsealed, the unsealed versions of it. That sealed version, how they seal? They seal because it's written for, like I say, the mindset you need. But you have to have the ability, like Okay, a gorilla cannot come to our mind, cannot come to our level of wavelength frequency. They can't come to that level. They don't have the ability. You understand? So it tells you, okay, and the believers are those who can rise to that next level, that next mind. The disbelievers are the ones that cannot. Then they become destroyed. Why? Well, we'll talk about that more in a minute. But it sounds cruel. But the believers, right, they believe in what? They have to believe in that mindset. They have to aspire, not just believe in it, they have to just, can't just, that have to be tried. You have to actually apply it. Can't just, because remember, the believers heard it too. You have to believe in something. You have to hear something before you can just, so you disbelieve it, believe it, or disbelieve it. So they heard it too. They just didn't act on it. But they couldn't, or they wouldn't. It's either couldn't or wouldn't. But the believers are the one that heard it and they acted on it. Both of them heard it. One acted and one didn't. But disbelievers are the ones that don't act on it. So it tells you right here, if you read this correctly, it's telling you, you have to give up the old mind to get the new mind. You can't hold on to both of them. So you got to be giving up one to get the other. So you got to go through a transition. When transition, right, you're going to have a little bit of both. And you slowly get rid of one and take on the other one. It says, let any man come after me, right? Let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. Whosoever will save his life shall lose it. Whoever lose his life must take it. Find me. What do you mean lose it? I mean, I'm like, you're breathing and that kind of life. You're talking about this world's life. The life of the old season. So if you try to hold on to it, you're going to lose. If you let it go, then you're going to gain. So if you hold on to the winter, you're going to die when the spring comes. But if you let the winter go, then you'll be successful in the spring. That's what it's telling you there. Okay? But see, you got two groups there. You got the faithless groups. Those ones don't produce anything. And you got those that's clean. They hear, but they don't act. Then you got the ones that, hey, they want to hold on to the winner. And then you just got the winner people. They have no chance. Now look at the world out here today. Okay, it's a battlefield. Now look at this battlefield. Now I keep telling you, Scripture, it's talking about the Levites. It's clearly it's talking about the Levites. And the battlefield's over the Levites. The battlefield's all about the Levites. They don't understand that. Now, that's right. But there's not one Levite on the battlefield. Not fighting for Levites, not one. It says, so the man would walk alone. He was not a Levite. He's the only one fighting for the Levites. Now, demons, they out there on the battlefield. They fighting their ass off. I never seen anything like it. You look around, everybody's out there. They're on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, all over the place. I mean, fighting their ass off. All over the place. Individuals as in groups, they're all over the place. They fighting. Because they're trying to hold on. That's why everybody's feeling the pain. They're all fighting. These demons are, man, here. And the Levites ain't doing a goddamn thing. This is the time right here. We've been trained. I thought you was training. You was training for the fight. 5 years training for the fight. You should say you was training, you know. Hey, hello. Yeah, what's happening, man? Hey, are you out there training? Yeah, I'm training, man. I'm training. Okay. I need you to come up with, no, man, don't worry about it. I got it. 5 years, tell me, yeah, man, I'm training. You ready, man? Fight night is almost here. Yeah, I'm ready, man. I'm ready. I'm training my ass off, man. I'm ready, man. Yeah, fight night, yeah, man. Whoa. Thank you, man, for, give me all the heads up and give me the, all tips that's carrying on. No, okay. I'll see you. See you tonight. See the fight tonight. And then fight night comes up, and they ain't around. They ain't around. I thought you was training. They ain't around. Everybody else is ready to go. Ready to go. It's like you got a team thing, right? A team fight. All the other team, they there. That football team, right? They on the on the field. Ready to go. Kicking, running. And you the coach, man. Hey, what? You were calling nobody answer. Good job was. See what I'm saying? They're gonna tell you they was training, and now it's fight night and they don't show up. Nowhere, nothing, zero. But they fight for their team, their people. So people looking for them. And everybody in the stadium saying, "This is a life or death struggle." The team that wins, they say that people tend to lose. People just get burned up. They say, "Hey man, we ain't got no. What we gonna do?" People are in trouble. The Levites are in trouble. They say they sit in the darkness. And their leaders ain't nowhere to be seen. But demons out there, they're all over the place. Ones you never heard of, they're all over the place. 24/7. Anytime you got they out there. They dig on old stuff. Okay? Because they fighting this message. Everybody out there, they fighting this message. And it's getting harder and harder, so they got to bring in more troops. So I understand what's going on with them. That's right. They're trying to drown this message. They got to bring in more troops, more and more troops, more and more troops. Okay? The Levites that I'm fighting for, they ain't around nowhere. So it's too late for them. Hey man, the game is on right now. By the time it is over, it's supposed to be here when the thing starts. So they would start without you. Passing the ball, they hit touchdowns. There's no opposition. So the score is 1,001 now. There's nothing to stop them getting touchdown. You kick the ball, throw the ball, boom. So what you gonna do? Show up to congratulate? Too late. So on. If you go out on YouTube, like what's going on right now, Middle East, you hold your breath. Maybe you can, I don't know. I'm saying it backwards. But everybody's saying they expect this to happen within this weekend. That's the main attraction. That's the main event. Where's the home team? Nowhere to be seen. It's too late. Been training 5 years and all of a sudden yeah, I'm training, man, yeah. Part of the reason is about faith. Well, it could be. See, that's being nice. But this could be agents. But if it ain't agents, it's a faith issue. And there's a lot of people have this issue. Let me try to explain this. I have a hard time explaining it. Only reason I'm doing this right now because I'm just doing this right now because right now I'm just amazed because it says that people are lost for lack of knowledge. Who do you think is responsible for that? Yeah, you can say they're out there, the demons, but you ain't on the battlefield. You're not demon slayer, you're not there to combat that. So if you're part of the team and you don't show up, they're gonna blame you. They blame you because this is gonna be a bloodbath here in a minute. A bloodbath. People gonna say, wait a minute, hold it. You knew something about this doing saying nothing? I warn people, but let me explain something here. Faith issue. That's a lot of, they had the same issue with Elijah. But it's even more pronounced now. You transition from the spring, from the winter to the spring, you can have both. You got to be letting go of the winter to the spring. But you can't let it winter 100%. Because remember, say for instance, it's the distance between a mile between you 1 mile into the winter. So you got to travel a mile, and spring is a mile away. Look at it from that point of view. Okay, well, you're moving towards the spring, so that means you less in the winter. They use a mile into the winter, and half mile to the winter, and a quarter mile to the winter. And you see what I'm saying? You're feeding the winter, but still in the winter. But it's transitioning. As you get close to the spring, it's getting warmer and warmer and warmer. Because you get closer to it, you get closer to warm. So it's getting warmer, but you're still, right? And the winter is not as cold. You're still in the winter. That's the part people can understand. You know, my wife, she finally got it. Because she said, what the hell are you doing? It was a concept that it's a matter of faith. Because they're telling you right there, you got to give up the winter. But you can't give up you can't give it up if you're still in it. But what's happening is that as you move, the winters you get from, as you move close to spring, the winter starts melting. It starts melting because it gets warmer. The closer to spring, the less ice there is. Because the close to the winter, close to the spring, it's gonna be melting. Once further away, it won't melt as fast. But the closer you get to the winter, right? So the ice is melting. You know, closer you get, by the time you get to spring, the ice will melt. It's that same thing. So whereas you're here in the winter, you start moving towards spring. So all the things, where your reality is a reflection of your mind. Your reality is a reflection of your mind. See? So you start getting a spring mind. You can't have a full spring mind because remember, you still in the winter. You still got to survive in the winter, but less and less. Somebody told me I should really take time this month, but okay. Because if you have to go this deep to explain it, it's not going to do any good anyway. But for the sake of doing it, if you transition to the spring, remember, to be successful in the winter, you got to have a winter mind. We end up giving us a winter mind under Adam. As you start moving to a spring, right? I should be graphed on that. Your mind becomes less winter and more spring. Put that away. Less winter, more spring as you get close to spring. But you still got some winter mind, but you get less winter, more spring. Until finally you get to spring, then you don't need the winter mind anymore. Because you still need something in the winter mind to survive because you're still in the winter. It's not in much, it is as much as you was before. Because see, this winter is, the spring is coming in and this winter is melting. So that means everything you got, if it depends on the winter, is melting. In other words, it's getting weaker and weaker and weaker. So in other words, you're losing. So another way you look at this is that winter people, things ain't working for them anymore. Because that stuff is melting around them. Say the ice was money. Okay, now your money is melting. You're getting less of it. So all the things that the success that you had in the winter, it's not failing. It's harder and harder. Because everything is melting, you know. See? So if you can't transform to the if you can't make a transfer to the spring, right, transition, that means you're going to melt with the winter, so you're gone. But if you can, right, you got to make that transition. So therefore, you're going to have less of a winter mind and more spring mind. Keep on going because you keep studying until finally, right, you get a spring mind, then the winter's gone. You're out of it. Master Muhammad is God, right? But he was here. They put him in jail. Yeah. I mean, he's here in the winter. He's the God. He didn't have to do that. He didn't have to come here at all. But you know, he come here, he had to go along with the successful winter. He had to turn on his winter mind. If he didn't, when they tried to put him in jail, he would have called on the plane. They would just blew everybody away. But then that wouldn't have worked, because then he would have been around to teach lies. No, so I'm going to move into that. But that's the point. And so what's happening is that a person, you tell these things, and the thing is, they start seeing all things around them melting. They lose control. They get nervous. They try to hold on to it. They try to hold on to it. Oh, man, things ain't working. Because they ain't paying attention to things that are working. Because now, right, if they're moving on, the spring, right, start coming into view. I'm trying to find a better way to say it, but I think people don't get that. It's like my situation. I had a winter mind. Elijah lied to us, right? Because he told us, wait a minute, think about it. He didn't tell us to go out here and build pyramids, sand dunes, ride camels. He told us to be successful here on our way out of here. But we're still here in the winter. We ain't going to take the stores and the farming and stuff with us. We're still here. We still need those things. But we start studying, right? We move out of here towards home. See? You understand? That's why he had paved the way for the message of the covenant. So in other words, you have to do these things, right? But you understand that the purpose of doing these things is just stepping, in other words, it's like when you go to the second floor, the first floor, you got steps. You ain't on the second floor yet. You ain't on the first floor yet. You're in the middle. Transition. So you can still see the first floor, and you can't see much of the second floor yet. But as you get higher and higher, more that's why you start seeing the second floor, and you don't see the first floor anymore. So the same thing with your success and everything. All of a sudden, because once I got into it, like I said, I was here, a mini mansion, plenty of money. I was rolling in money, had my own business. That stuff started melting away. Started melting away. The more I got into Injil, the more that stuff melted away. Had a demon wife, she melted away too good. I'm glad. Because all the negative winter stuff that I had was surrounding me was melting away. Because I was moving towards the spring. Those things finally went. But I got closer and closer to spring. So my whole world started changing, right? Because those things melted away. And so I got stuff that was still winter, but less winter than it was before. You understand? It was maybe 10 degrees over here, but now it's 30 degrees. It's still not 6, 7 degrees yet. I was in 10 degrees, now I'm 20 degrees, now I'm 30 degrees, now I'm 50 degrees. I'm still in the winter, right? But moving, getting closer, 7 degrees. But see, a person that have faith don't see that. They see, hey man, every time it's melting. And so trying to hold on to it. And when we hold on to it, the worse it gets. Man, and so they go out and try to get a freezer to keep it cold. You do everything, keep it going. But don't know, let it go. Because something else will happen. If you understand how pressure works, right? It's still the same thing. It's just, it's either 5 plus 3, or 2 plus 6, or 1 plus, it's still 8. So it's still gonna come out the same thing. But if you hold on to 2 plus 8, you ain't gonna never get to 1 plus 7. And I said that wrong. 2 plus 6. 2 6 is 8, and 1 plus 7 is 8. So that's what's happening. Because they can't, they start seeing stuff going away. And they'll just let it go away. I let that stuff go away. I didn't try to fight. People say, how come you don't try to fight to keep that man? They would go to court, man. How would you fight to keep that mini mansion? Even when she messed with all of me, even when she tried to go into divorce, and I said, yeah, what went on? And my lawyer got mad at me. He really got angry, really got angry with me. He said, why don't you fight for it? I said, I'm not going to fight. Give her everything she wants. Give her everything she wants. He really got angry with me. He said, man, you can fight for this. I said, no. Give her everything she wants, everything. Child support, everything she wants, give it to her. That's a fact. Give her everything she wants. And so I was out without anything. I was out with anything. I understood right then. Yeah, I was into Angel then. I was understand, okay. I understood the idea because I understand how pressure works. And I says, I know if I get $10,000 a day, you get $10,000 a day, but the $10,000 comes somebody give you money. If they don't give you the money, you still get, Energy says you still get $10,000 a day, so it'll come another way. You're still getting it. People always said about me when I moved from Chicago to New Jersey. I say I think I had a couple $100 pocket, whatever. Mustang, I like Mustang, it was leasing it, and stuff went down, right? Because I was having all kinds of trouble with Dean. Right before I met, she wanted a divorce. So I got when I got to Injil, I understood it better. So I said, okay, cool. I left. Had a nice apartment. Had a nice. I worked with on Time Magazine at the time. Had a really mellow job. Everything was mellow, except her. So I worked with from all that. She started stuff. She wanted to get it out. Fine. Left with nothing. 2 years later, I'm in a mini mansion. Getting ready to start my own business. Paying money. Because when you understand that basic fact that it's pressure, the quality you realize your pressure is going to take depends on your mind. The quality that your pressure is going to take, everybody has the same amount of energy. The quality of energy you're going to take depends on your mind. So it reflects your mind. So you're a person, you can tell what the quality of mind is. The problem is you let the devils control it. They're controlling you. They control your reality. That's why you get away from you. You got to, instead of your energy, you say you control your energy, they control it. Say, well, no, you got to work. You got to go in the shop. You got to work here. You got to do 5, 8, 9 to 5. You got to do this for me. You can't do this. That's what happens when you're a slave nation. The people don't understand that. So if they're not agents, they understand that. They'll have the faith in it because they're worrying about they can't let it tell you. If you want to hold on to that, you don't get the spring. You hold on to the winter, and you're gonna have a number of frustration, bad luck, because you're holding on to something you won't survive. You're holding on to snow, but the spring is coming. You're holding on to something that's not gonna survive. Oh man, snow! I mean, I'm losing my money. Yeah, like I said, if snow is money, I'm losing my money. But snow, yeah. So you try to get more of it. And get more snow, man. I can't lose my money. So therefore, you stay there. And are you frustrated? Bad luck, all kinds of bad luck happen. That's quality bad luck. All kind of quality bad luck happen to you and everything else because things ain't working out for you. Because you out of tune with the reality. When you're out of tune with reality, you're not successful. That's why you get scripture. Once you get that scripture, you're in tune with the reality, then you're successful. If your frequency of wavelengths is not same wavelength frequency of the reality that you're in, can't be successful. How can you? The angel tells you the wavelength and frequency you need to be successful in the hereafter. Not forever, but until the next season comes, this summer comes, then you have to have new revelation. That's the way it works. And so, therefore, have all kinds of bad luck, all kinds of bad things happen to them. You're trying to hold on to a winter. If you try to hold on to winter, and spring's coming, all kinds of bad luck going to happen to you. All kinds of bad things going to happen to you because how can it be otherwise? Because all your snow, your ice, and everything else, all that stuff, and you run around trying to make it keep it cold. You see what I'm saying? Now you're going through all these changes. You're frustrated. Things ain't working for you, right? Yeah, this snowman, snow melt. Oh man, snowman melted. My spouse, man, he died on me. He was a snowman. So you mourning that. See? Because you can't let it go. Because if you let it go, then you start finding out. Yeah. Other things is more like the spring start popping up. So, got the angel, but then wife, she melted away. All of a sudden, I started getting, it was rocky at first, moving around, right? Another spot started growing up. It was warm, cold, like spring, right? Rocky initially, then finally, we still transition, right? Said we had a winter on it. Once they made the adjustment, we've been together about 40 years now, I think. It's nice and warm. I didn't think so at first. I'm transitioning to the spring. So all the winter stuff I had, I was very successful. Melted away. Then fight it, I let it go. Spring stuff started coming up. Still in winter. It's warm. I'm not in 10 degrees, like maybe 60 degrees. And I like 70 degrees. So I'm getting there. Out there. So they say spring is 7 degrees, right? I don't know. Just throw a number out there. But what would you consider spring and winter? So say the dividing line is 7 degrees. 7 degrees is officially spring. So say I'm at 50 degrees or 60 degrees now. But I ain't. You over here 10 degrees. See? It's getting warmer every day, 10 degrees today, but tomorrow's going to be 11 degrees, 12 degrees. All of a sudden, ice melting you. Things ain't working out for you, but you're trying to hold on to where it was 10 degrees. I don't know if that makes sense to you or not. That's their problem. So it's either we've got some Levites, that's their problem. Some Levites just outright agents. That might be the source of that problem also. They just let it go and start transition. They start seeing. My wife could tell you, I live a stress-free life. Busy all the time. I spend like four sometimes some 5 hours at the gym. I don't like doing that. Keep myself in shape. I know we're in a battlefield. 77 years old. I'm healthy. Manage my energy for my purpose. If I was there, that would still have me work, sleep, whatever, and I couldn't be doing that until I'll have diabetes or whatever. I understand that. So you're trying to hold on. That's what allow a clean, lift you up a clean earth. So if you understand anything I just said, that's the problem. See, the thing is that Master Rama is getting ready to give you a big heads up, a big push. He can ready to destroy the winter. Boom, destroy it. Then you ain't got nothing to hold on to anymore. See? That's the problem. That's what keeps being fruitful, keeps being, because you're trying to hold on to that. Why? I can't let this go. I can't, when you cling into the earth with it, you're going to break that. Then what you do after that is up to you. But the demon's going to try to reestablish the winter. They have no choice. Because they snowmen. They're snowmen. They have no choice. They're snowmen. They're going to battle to keep it cold. They have to. The devils have to battle to keep it. They have to. They're going to try to trick you to help them. That's what war is all about. You're going to take, those days be short, and you're going to take and destroy the winter. Destroy it. Just the real heat blast. And then you won't have to cling to it anymore. See? But then your problem is what? Hey, you sit up there in the spring with a winter mind. How's that going to work? Okay. And that's why you got to go to tribulation. Give you a chance. Because if he took that down and brought you right out, you'd be in trouble. That's why once he destroys this, you got 5 months to transform, get rid of that winter mind. Because you will not be successful in if you have to with a winter mind. I try to say every kind of way I can to explain to you, brothers and sisters. You have to be successful in any season. You have to be on the same frequency wavelength of that season. That's how that's success. You fit in. It works. If you're going to come in with a winter mind, you're going to be out of tune. You're not be successful. And those that can't do it, right? Everlasting shame and appointment. They cannot be successful. If you suffer everlasting shame and appointment, you're not successful. And why is that so complicated for you? That's not the devil. These are people that refuse, and so they didn't take that chance. Right? That was an opportunity. That's one of the problems right there. They had an opportunity, a 5 month opportunity, approximately 5 month opportunity, just say a year, but probably 5 month opportunity to take, transform their mind into a spring mind. They said once they come, oh, now it's successful because they got there. That's why they had to wash their robes in blood and lamb. They had to make that transition. So then they'd be successful when they got home. But some people didn't. They didn't make the transition. So they came to the winter mind. They thought they was getting over. I'm with you, bro. They came to the winter mind. They can't understand anything. They're successful. And so that's why you have everlasting shame and appointment. Because you just can't be successful. Everybody see. They laugh at you. You can't say nothing works for you. Nothing works for you. That's why everybody's appalled at you. Nothing works for you. Because you ain't on, and nobody's going to take time to raise you up, to work with you. So you're supposed to be a God. You have to take care of yourself. Nobody's going to take. So now you're stuck. Nobody's going to take time to try to teach you. You had the choice. You chose that, so that's what you got. I don't know if I make any clearer in that, brothers. Let's move on. See, this was the mind you needed. You need a Christian mind, because Christian mind told you submit to master. Submit to master. Who is master? Adam. The story, I tell you, it's all right. That's why I tell people, can't you make the connection here? That's what you was told to do. Submit to Adam. And that's what it tells you. Christian told the slaves, submit to Adam. And we the angels, we were slaves of Adam. It tells you that we was going to be in the covenant. It tells you in Abraham's vision that we was built on this under their control, servitude to them. See how they put these things together, connect the dots. That's why you had the Christian. I mean, okay, what would your religion be? Read the story in the Quran. What would your religion be if God says, okay, I want you to submit to Adam? Adam would be your master, wouldn't he? You'd be that master, you'd be his servant or his slave, wouldn't you? And you're supposed to submit to him, ain't that? Ain't that what Christianity says? Ain't that what we had? Ain't that what we're supposed to do? That's what we did. It's right there, brothers and sisters. So we're supposed to be submit to that, Christianity, right? Until Adam's rule was over. Time for us to rise up. We ain't going to be submit to him forever. If you read Genesis, that 500 years will be transformed from angels to gods. That's So tell people, if you're studying and paying attention, some of these things you've picked up. Because that's what religion you would have. You have religion of submission to your master. That's what God told you, the angel, submit. He's your master, he's your ruler, he's your master, submit to him. And just, we ain't gonna submit to him. We're not gonna be slaves here. It is. Still Bible. That frequency. But then when time came, you'd be raised. Raised with high frequency, raised high frequency, high wavelength. But that will destroy master. Again and again. Once your birth one day, destruction one day. It's all there, brothers and sisters. The spring coming in. You can rise up to the next level, and they can't. Now let's get to the other issue. How do the winter people react to this? They're gonna fight. They're gonna fight because the spring is bad for them. Global warming, that's spring. The planet's warming up. That's what happens. Brothers and sisters, is that complicated? If they tell you that if you understand from this point of view, that means when spring comes, the planet will be warming up. I mean, if you understand energy deprivation, which they don't, that means we suffer because if there's less energy, that means the planet got colder and colder and colder and colder and colder. If there's less energy, it messes with the heavens of Earth, that means it was affecting the Earth. The energy was affecting the Earth. So if there's less energy to it, that means the Earth got colder and colder and colder and colder and colder. But then when it reverse, energy, the Earth starts getting warmer and warmer and warmer. So one of the things is they're talking about global warming. That's bad for them. It's good for you. They tell you it's bad for you. I can't make any simpler than that. So now ice is melting. I had somebody argue me, I don't argue with anybody. Hey man, it's why is it so cold? I said, wait, hold it. The ice is melted right here. Where's the ice? Where's the ice going into? It's going to the ocean, right? Yeah. Is that going to cool the ocean off? Yes. Cool the ocean, then cool the atmosphere? Yes. The atmosphere's cooler, then it'll be cool? Yes. Oh. Where's that benefit? Well, you're right. Yes, it does. Well, if you'd been thinking about that and said, out there worrying about NFL, which that's what they want you to do, you already know how to spell NFL, you would have saw that. I would have to explain to you that way. But then you understood it clearly. I mean, it was totally against it when I explained, like, these ain't Muslims, these are Lord founds. I broke it to him like that. He said, yeah, man. I didn't have to say. I said, who that been for? He said, us. But maybe he'll come along in a minute, simple. So the thing is they're going to resist it. It's bad for them. And they panic. When it gets really bad, but they're going to try to, everything they're trying to do, because they're trying. That's why Trump's trying to get everything. What he's doing, he's trying to hold the winner in. Never seen anything like it before. He's going to invade everybody, he's taking everything. Because it's an attempt to try to keep things like it was. We're going to make America great again. That means get it back. If you say makes it again, that means return it like it was. What he's telling you is he's trying to keep the winner. He can't do it. He's trying to keep the winner here. Can't do it. So everything's not working for him. The economy is going bad. Everything's going bad because everything is melting. That power's in the winter. The power's in the snow. It's in the ice. All that stuff melts. That power is melting right before their eyes. And they're getting desperate. This is Rubio, they say he had a big speech a couple of days ago. That's what he was saying. He says, we're losing empire. We got to bring things back like it used to be. See, that's where they see it. We got to keep the winner here, man. We got to work together, maintain the winner. They can't. It's impossible. But they don't know that. And then what happens to you? You start getting more energetic because now you ain't as cold as you was before. They don't like that. And they start getting the idea that you're spring, but they don't see the spring. All they see is that you're getting more powerful. They have less power over you. See? Because now it's cold as it was before. Now you're moving around and start saying, hey man, these niggas moving around, what they doing? They don't understand it. They want to explain to you because they can't understand it. Because remember, they're on a lower wavelength of frequency. So all they know is that their world is melting. Nothing's working right anymore. They're losing, right? $73 trillion in debt. It means they're out, they're gone. All the ice and everything is melted. They got refrigerators in here to keep things cold. That's what's going on right now, brothers and sisters. So therefore, what you see on the demons and everything else, it's more confusing. So you're going to fight. So, because if you're in power, you don't have to lie. You start lying and distorting because you lose the power. You try to maintain because your reality is confusing. So you're trying to maintain. So you lie and everything else. Right? So everything's all right. You're doing, because you're trying to maintain this reality, but it's fading. It's melting before your eyes. So you say, no, it's not melting. That's something else. They're doing all the dramatic things. And so you're trying to, because remember, it was melting. Another way to look at it, the wavelength was nice. It was nice, easy wavelength. The music was real nice. All of a sudden, you switch stations. If you remember, I don't have a radio, right? I mean, I have it in the car, but I don't even never use it. I don't know if it works that way anymore. But you go to the next station, it's a static in between them. So now we move to another higher station. Then it got a lot of static. They're trying to get back to old station where it's clear sound, clear, but it's static. And that's what you're getting. You get static in the world now. You listen to the news, you say, man, what they got shit? I had to turn the news. I was at the gym, I was listening. I had to turn it. I said, man, what they saying? How they saying stuff don't make any sense. They say a man get shot, and they see it on video, and they tell you that ain't what happened. And see, the news is saying stuff that don't make any sense. Genocide is not genocide because they're trying to hold on. They're desperate to hold on to this winter. And so you get more and more confusion, lies and distortions, because their reality is not there anymore. They're losing control of reality. And that's where you see the confusion, the lies and everything, because they're trying to, in their mind, they want to hold on, because where they're talking from is from the winter mind. But you see, hey, they're talking like it's 10 degrees and it's 50 degrees, man. But he's keep talking 10 degrees. Why are you talking 10 degrees, man? It's 50 degrees out here. Because they're trying to hold on to 10 degrees. And they're still thinking 10 degrees. They can't think 50 degrees. So he said, man, they're lying and everything else. No, they're talking 10 degrees and it's 50 degrees. So their mind ain't lying. They're trying to hold on 10 degrees, 50 degrees, and it's uncomfortable and everything else. They're still talking, make America great again. At 10 degrees, man. It's 10 degrees. No, it's not. It's 50 degrees. See? And everything's so difficult. Man, they get sunburns and everything else. Man, I'm getting sunburns, getting COVID, and all that stuff is going on, man. Because nothing's working. They get sunburns. Because spring is too hot for them. So that's where all the confusion is. So you expect that. That's why I only like to watch that thing on Sunday. Because it's so bullshit. One thing, 1 week is one thing, another week is another thing. Because the demons, they're in the same category. They're snowmen. Snowman's white, right? There's snowmen to put black cover over them. When they still snowman, you might put a cover over it. It's still a snowman, isn't it? So you put some other the color, make the snow black. It's still snow. It's melting when the temperature rises. And still, that's Farrakhan and all his people. That's confusion. That gets worse and worse and worse. I mean, the news media, it's been bad, but now, man, it's off the page now. It's off the page. Where they say, everything they say is total, because They speaking from 10 degrees, it's getting 50 degrees, 60 degrees, 70 degrees. They still trying to tell you it's 10 degrees. But you know it ain't 10 degrees you feel, it's 50. They still trying to tell you it's 10 degrees, trying to convince you it's 10 degrees, make you wrong. I don't know if that makes sense to you or not, brothers and sisters. That's what's going on. So we're moving into spring now. Remember, you got the transition period. And that's the period a lot of people don't make it through. Because none of the Levites made it through because they still got their winter mind. That's why things not going well for them. And now, right now, it's getting close to spring, and they're not doing a damn thing. Things not going well for them. Because it's warming up. They got a 10-degree mind. It's 50 degrees now. But they can't give it up. See? So they might as well hold on to it now because Master Muhammad's going to make a decision for them. We'll snatch them out at. You're going to shut that freezer down. So now you're going to know it's 50 degrees. So you feel 50 degrees, but you still got a 10-degree mind. And now you got tribulation to make that adjustment, to throw that mind out. But if you don't throw it out, that's how you put things together. That's why I baptize you with fire. You got to throw your mind out. If you don't throw it out during that period of time, you lost. It's not going to be thrown out. It's frozen. Frozen forever. But some Levites, right? They had 5 years to start throwing their mind out. They didn't. Because right now, the battlefield right here, and where are they? They're not there. They're not there. Too late now. But demons on the battlefield, but they're getting weaker and weaker. Like I said, struggle with devils every week. Every week. They're getting weaker and weaker and weaker because they're fighting, but they're on the battlefield. They are. You're getting that. They're on the battlefield. They're all over the place. You get on YouTube, every time you look at it, it's somebody, everybody, they got everybody out there. Groups out there, individuals, Instagram, everywhere. TikTok, I guess you're on TikTok, I don't know. That's all over the place. Trying to keep you down at 10 degrees. The Levites just should have thrown it out up to, say, 50 degrees right now. They didn't. Should have thrown it out. They should be on the battlefield. It's no balance. No, it's 50 degrees. 60 degrees is going to be 7 degrees in a minute. We're going to be home. They should be out on the battlefield doing that. They ain't. So that means either, doesn't matter, they're either agents, it's believers. What? But the point is, they're in trouble. Because if you're not moving forward or you stand still, you're still part of resistance. They have to answer to people who says, wait, hold it. You know, you should be on the battlefield. If you're on the battlefield, right, then you got things warmed up a little more. Okay? Just like those people those Wallace people, right? That's what Farrakhan kind of begin with. They're in trouble. Because the point is that you had from the start warming up period. Remember, you just put the way for Seeker Son of this mess of the covenant. They let Farrakhan hold him back 10 degrees. Convinced that 10 degrees is where it should be. Stay here. I want to stay here. I love America. We ain't going nowhere. And so they had 40 years to throw out. They really almost 100 years. Master Muhammad is throwing out period started with Prophet Muhammad, Master Muhammad. So Farrakhan, Master Muhammad was throwing them out. And they let Farrakhan put back in the freezer. Otherwise, they believe with me. I didn't let Farrakhan, I kept moving. I didn't let Farrakhan, see? I let Farrakhan I kept moving. I got American dream, I kept on, I got the engine, so forth. So if it's 50 degrees, I'm at 50 degrees. Moving towards 60. In a few minutes be at 70. But the battle right now, on the battlefield, right? If we say spring is 70 degrees, right now it's about 65 degrees. Games on the battlefield, trying to convince you it's still 10 degrees. Somebody tell you, hey man, do a little more dramatic than that because say it says 50 degrees. Okay? See, Master Muhammad's going to take and heat up to 70 degrees. You're going, how you going to 70 degrees? Because you're going to get rid of freezers, keep you down to 10 degrees. When you break this economy, this war's going to break the economy. It's going to destroy the winter. Destroy the winter. If they're going to attack you, they're going to be desperate. Everything's falling apart. Everything's backfiring. They lose all power and everything else. Spring now. That's why they be in derision. They be confused because their thought patterns won't work. And so therefore, that's what he's going to do. He's going to shut it down. Then you got 5. He's going to give. That's a grace period. He's going to give you 5 months. I'm out of here. I don't have to do that. Go through that. Said the elect don't have to go through it. You do. The Levites have to go through it. So now you got 5 months to throw it out. Levites to know they should be on the battlefield right now. They should. It's too late. You know? Don't even waste time trying to do it. It's too late. But they should be on the battlefield right now. It's been thrown out. 5 years been thrown out. They should be up to 50, 60 degrees themselves. At least close to it on the battlefield. Telling their people, warm this thing up a little bit. Telling people, say, get some food. Store away some food. Do this. They ain't doing anything. They ain't on the battlefield at all. Say, we've been fighting now. You've been training. Consequence of everything, brothers and sisters. Let's move on. You see, it turned to confusion. They got confusion over here now. They're desperately trying to hold on to the winter. Desperate. They can't. Spring's coming in. Nothing's working for them. That's why I said nothing works for them. Destruction. Said be cannibal. They've been eating themselves, eating their children. Everything's going to come. Everything's because demons going to be on level 2. And some of you may be on level 2 because for whatever reason, you still don't have faith. You say, well, man, maybe I'll just see demons, man. I stick with Farrakhan, man, because maybe we can, because remember, that's what demons going to try to do. They're going to try to keep things like they are. Try to save America. That's what he's telling you. He wants to save America. They're trying to hold on, keep the winter. They don't realize they can't. The spring comes in. They don't know that. They're going to try to revive the winter. And they won't be successful at it. They'll be more successful because they got a little bit of us in them. So that means that they'll overcome NASA just enough to be destroyed when that spring breeze comes in from the west. Send them. Let's look on a little further, brothers and sisters here. See here? Arabia. This is where the battle is about to take place, brothers and sisters. Where the battle is about to take place. I got to make a note there. I just speak to it. I just remember I forgot something. Boom. Firestorm. Let me do it, brothers and sisters. Give me a second here. Brothers and sisters. Now, I should understand what's about to happen, brothers and sisters, what's happening right here. They talk, right? They talk. I mean, if you listen, everybody knows it's going to happen any day now. They're saying, most people saying the worst case is the weekend. That's Master Prophet's doing a war in heaven. Firestorm is about to hit a winter blast. Everything that's going to turn out. That's the final stage. Spring will be officially here. I'm unprecedented trouble for the winter. I could be a more unprecedented than that. It's total destruction. Total destruction. Nothing survives of the winter when spring comes. So they come in their mindset, their ideas, everything about to hit a firestorm led by Master Prophet Muhammad. Do the new. He's going to do that. So now, that winter mind won't do any good anymore. It won't be anymore. The winter's gone. Look around, hey, winter's gone. No. I'm used to on the winter. Oh, man, got my ice castle, and I got my ice sled. Got some, what they call those dogs, sled dogs, whatever you call it. All that, man, all of a sudden, boom, it's gone. What the hell? It's all gone. Now it's hot. Yeah, a lot of people, you're still trying to hold on to keep that stuff going, but it don't snow anything. All is gone. Money, everything is gone. All evidence of snow is gone. What's left is just melting. So, okay, you see the winter right in front of your face. You're going to adjust to the winter? That transition? That's tribulation. That's what it is. It's going to be a transition. See if you had made the transition started. Hey, you only had to go 5 months. You're already ready. The spring came in, you step across the line. That's it. That's why it says the elect, they couldn't be deceived. Elect and the Lamb was taken out. They was already went to level. It was on that frequency. And Levites trying to spend 5 years trying to get them on that frequency wavelength, and no. They still had that winter mind, 100%. Like I said, I still got a little winter mind. I got to be successful here. The winter's not over yet. I got a little bit of it, just enough. Right? To keep me, right, comfortable and under control. Another way, to keep me in control of the winter I'm in. Because I'm applying those principles, so I control my energy around me. So I control my energy around me right now, right? With the winter side of my mind. I have control of it, so I'm not in stress. I'm not worried. I'm not rich in money. I don't want it. I could have been. I'm comfortable. We don't worry about any finance around here. Because we're rich. We know how it works. Like I said, we stayed at this one place. The people went crazy over there. One night, we had to go somewhere and we couldn't get out of the complex because the gate didn't work. We couldn't get out. We had to call Uber. And then you talk to people, they got an attitude about it. I said, hell with y'all. I told my wife, we out of here. Oh, man, we're going to have to leave again. I said, yeah, you going to stay in this kind of crap? I don't put up no bullshit with nobody, anybody. I said, let's find something that you like. Yeah, we're comfortable here. We got enough money to go. I said, don't worry about it. Just find something that you like, and we got out of here. So she went and found a place we are right now. She said she liked it. I said, that's nice. I said, well, okay. Yeah, but it's a lot more than we're paying for. I said, don't worry about it. She tell you, I don't worry about it. So about 2 weeks into it, I'm driving on this fool, runs a red light, hit my car, tows my car, I was having a little trouble with the car. Tow the car. Right? Bottom line, I got a nice settlement. I gave it all to my wife. She looked around, and we've been in financial shape we was before. I tell you, I don't worry about it. So she don't worry about money anymore. Plus, I give her all the money anyway. You handle it. I don't have any money. All the money goes there. All the money I get, I give it her. I want something like Amazon, and she's on her account. That's it. That's the way it works. And she finally got it. Now she'll worry about it anymore. That was the last straw because she kept paying. We had a house a few years back, went outside town. Same thing. We had a house. And then next thing you know, a whole bunch of people moving in the neighborhood, make all kind of noise, boom, bang. I said, what the hell is this? It was nice and quiet. Kids broke my window. Middle of the night, they boom, bounce and all that kind of stuff. I said, get out of here. Oh, man, we're going to leave our house. Man, look. I said, I'm not staying in this crap. Yeah, I told her, find some places you like. We had to pay twice as much. We had a mortgage over there, and twice as much what was going. Right? But it was comfortable. That lasted about a year or so, then it went crazy. I said, I'm not going to sit around, nobody can ride your back. Nobody can ride your back when you've been over. I'm not putting no shit in anybody. I said, go away, it's time to move on. It's time to move close to the winter, spring. I'm going to stay here in the winter. I'll move close to the spring, then I move on. So now we had the at the door of the spring. It's time just to step on through. She finally got it. I'm not going to hold back as far as the winter. Let's keep moving on. It gets better and better and better. There'll be less stress and things get better and better. Right? But they don't understand that. Because they don't have faith. I mean, if I let this go, what the Quran says, spend out what we've given you. So if you're in a shit farm, $1 million shit farm, oh man, I ain't leaving this farm because it's worth $1 million. Then you'll be smelling shit all your life. You get it, let it go. Oh man, I don't have nothing now. They say no. You got $1 million gold mine. Oh man, this guy gave me a good deal on $1 million gold mine. See, that wouldn't happen because he was playing shit farm. When you let that go, now door open to the next floor. You still got $1 million. It's you the reason why you shit farm, because you have faith that if you let that go, it's going to come back another way like you like it. That's why right now we in the shit farm here, the slave nation. Once we leave, we have all the things that we have here, but it'd be the way we like it. So we have the same amount of energy, but we have it now. We control it, so it'd be the way we like it. So we ain't got to eat shitlings anymore. We ain't shit. We got pork with shit. Now we do it the way we like it. We like when I eat strawberry ice cream. Now we can eat chocolate ice cream. That's what we like. But they said, well, we got strawberry ice cream. Well, then you got to stick with it. So you got to deal with their quality. You got to walk around their dogs shitting, they pick up shit, all the stuff they do. So you have the same amount of energy, and now it's under your control. That's you got to understand that. You got to learn that lesson to tribulation, or you ain't gonna never make it. Understand? Once you control your energy, but right now you let other people control your energy. You're on Section 8, all that kind of stuff. They control your energy. Or I let that go. I let that go, man. Have the wall. Another door open. If you have $1,000 spent, you get $1,000 a day. You want to get $1,000 a day. Now it's up to you what form it comes in. You want brothers and sisters. That's what's happening right now. He's going to give you help. It's a help, a blessing. He's going to destroy the winter. That's why those days be shortened. Because the winter, say the winter will be over March 21st. Wait March 21st, all you'll be frozen to death. So he's going to put in the winter, beginning of March. So now, you're going to destroy it beginning of March. So now you got until the actual spring come in. The winter won't be there. So you got that little transition period. You got, you're ready when that spring comes in, you got to be on that wavelength. You understand what I'm saying? That's what 7 days will be shortened. You're going to bring it to a screeching halt. When it's winter, a screeching halt. That's why it's tribulation, because now there's no winter. There's no spring yet. Spring's coming. There's no winter. So you got that empty space right there. And they're going crazy, because now all the ice is gone. They have no control of anything. No control of anything. And you still have the winter. You still don't have spring yet, because you still got the winter mind. So you don't have control of anything either. But now you got to start transforming that mind. The energy, get control of that energy, so you have the spring mind, so when spring come in on the 21st, you're ready. I don't know if I can make it clear than that, brothers and sisters. But see, you cling to earth. That's why you're in trouble. That's why you're going through trouble right now. That's why everything's not working for you. It's not happening. That happened. Bad things are happening. Because you hold on to the winter. The winter is melting. Out of fear. Oh, man. I do it, man. I ain't going to have no snowman. I ain't going to. Okay. Let's move on. What happened? I think we leave it there, brothers and sisters. I think I made the point. That's where we are right now. It's a time frame. Right now, they explain that they make all kinds of explanation, but everybody's opinion is Trump's going to pull the trigger this weekend. But a lot of people think that, hey, it may be too late, because maybe Iran will pull the trigger first. That's a good, interesting one. Anyway, it's going to happen soon. Let me check something out. Let me close, brothers and sisters. Try to make it clear. Again, like I'm saying, demons on the battlefield, they're all over the place. They're trying to hold us, we're trying to convince you. They're all over the place on the battlefield. Trying to convince you, and some people convince you, they don't know that about spring. So if you don't know about spring, you're going to try to use that to hold on to winter too. And you're supposed to be out there in the field, let them know there's a spring. And you evidence, because you got all this knowledge and wisdom, spring knowledge and wisdom. Every time you say something, like you putting out a heat wave. Oh man, damn, that's warm. Maybe it is. Maybe it is a spring. Because you put out a frequency wavelength, give more energy, they hit them. Because all they get is cold breeze from these devils. Oh man. But they're used to it. Because that tells them, man, hey, man, trying to be successful this winter. So you want to hear, if you want to be successful in the winter, you got to let people know about the winter. They want to hear what they had to say. Everybody tell about some spring that you don't know about. Man, you mean spring, man? I got a wife. You talking about, man? I don't know about no spring, man. I got me a ice castle here. I'm living in, man. You know, spring. I mean, I don't hear that, man. I don't know about no spring. I ain't gonna lose my ice castle. Talking about some damn spring. Okay? Hey, you talking with a winter voice? Yeah, we talking about spring, man. I don't see no heat nowhere. It's cold here. But see, you start getting a spring voice, and all of a sudden you start talking, and they start getting a warm breeze. Hey, man, that's kind of warm. First, they might think it's a threat. Man, hey, man, don't come around talking that stuff, man, because you melted my castle. that heat, that warm stuff, man. Where you get that warm stuff from? You melted my castle. And after a while, they might figure out, say, hey, man, where you getting this warm from? I like it warm, man. Where you getting that from? Because see, we start talking into, remember you talking how to fix your way. You put out sonic waves out, but they put out cold ones, low frequency, their wavelength. And the people there, they don't like it, but then that's what they need to know, keep what they got. And then you put in one, and they start, hey man, where that warmth coming from? Where's that warmth coming from? Because remember, their nature, they want the warmth. Where's that warmth coming from? You see, you get the point? Well, you out there in the winter mind, then you talking about the spring. You talking about the spring, man, hell, you freeze up in the spring, it's like me, what the hell you talking about? See, you're a hypocrite, you're a fool. You want to tell me about spring and you, you don't know anything about it. You ain't got no warmth. Where we talking about spring at? Oh, yeah, it's coming, man. Yeah, well, where? I don't see anything. I don't see any warmth. You sound you talking the same stuff everybody else talking. What you talking about? But when you talking to Injil, they start feeling some warmth. And that's their nature. They're gonna be attracted to it. They want more of it. We'll start warming them up. But they out there, they ain't doing that. They out there talking, got to still with their winter mind, talking winter stuff. Things not going well for them. Everything's not going bad. And now they want to blame somebody, whatever. That's their problem. We'll leave it there, brothers and sisters. Assalamu alaikum.